Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for January 2023. We're going to jump right in here, Sag, and we're going to see what is going on in your general energies for this month. And you start off with this thicket of thorns. It says uncertainty on it. And I feel like you could be uncertain about, I'll just say there is a lot of uncertainty, I feel, for people just in general. But here's the thing. I mean, look at this freaking reading. It looks amazing already. There's already so much good stuff here. So there could be like a big opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles that's coming in for you. And look, it's like an opportunity that could change your life if you leave a comfort zone. This is like leaving a comfort zone. But maybe you're just a little bit unsure of it, and I'm wondering if it kind of is either different than anything you've experienced in the past, or if you've just had bad experiences in the past. Like if this is a new love offer, for example, maybe you've had bad love experiences recently. So I kind of see this uncertainty as just like not wanting to open yourself up to pain again, or not wanting to open yourself up to something that could potentially significantly hurt you. So I do feel that some of you are kind of like a little bit standoffish at this time. You have the Page of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Cups could be a love offer. And, the thing is that look at your top row here, Sagittarius. Page of Cups, Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. I mean, like, damn. That looks really, really good. So if there is a love offer coming in for you, this person could be like a king or a queen, take it how it resonates. And I feel like they're very attracted to you as well. And look, you do have, I didn't even notice it, you have the Queen and King of Wands. So divine counterparts. If you're looking for love, this could be a divine counterpart coming in for you. Even if you're not looking for love, I feel this could be like a work opportunity that makes you feel like a king. It could be really beneficial. The funny thing is, if you're getting a new job, I have the word like benefits popping to my head. It's like you could be being offered something that's like has way more benefits than anything that you've had in the past. But I also feel like there are like other benefits. There are like benefits that other companies have never given you. Like maybe there's like a gym, like a gym benefit. Maybe they send you to the gym. Maybe they have a gym, or maybe they have free lunch or something like that. I don't know. There's something extra going on here in a job offer. So I definitely feel you might be a little uncertain. And, in work, I kind of feel that you could be feeling uncertain because maybe you're getting an opportunity where you don't really know what you're doing. And that's perfectly fine. Guess what? Queen of Wands, she learns as she goes. King of Wands would also learn as he goes. So same with the Page of Wands here as well. All three of these cards are just kind of like down for the adventure. They're just down to figure things out as they kind of go on the adventure. They're willing to be spontaneous. They're willing to embrace new opportunities as well. So if there's a new opportunity, which there clearly is, you have the Ace of Pentacles, Change in the Wind card. You have this Wheel of Fortune as well, clearly something new. You might not know all the details. I feel like it's a very different opportunity as well. You literally have this card that says, it's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. But I feel like it's saying there is an opportunity that's coming in for you that's like very new, very exciting. You've never done it before, but I would do it anyway. Ace of Pentacles is a card of potential. It's a card of great success as well. So I feel like there's a lot of success coming in a new opportunity, but obviously you're going to have to take it. I also always say the Queen of Wands, she is like my card of doing things that you want to do. She has a black cat on her card, and during the times of tarot, black cats were considered very unlucky. But the whole point of the Queen of Wands is that she doesn't care what anyone thinks. So, I feel like you need to do things and not worry about what anyone thinks. With the Page of Cups, you have this idealism card. It could be an Aquarius that you are attracting into your life for love. If you're looking for love, doesn't have to be, but this is Sun in Aquarius. But I kind of feel you could literally be attracting an ideal partner. I do feel like you're attracting a weirdo in like the best way possible. I feel like they're weird. Like I feel people think this person is eccentric or weird or something like that. It definitely is popping into my head. Is it a bad thing? Hell no. I feel like this person's a winner for sure. King of Wands showing up in a good position. With the Queen of Wands, you have this manipulation card here. This card is a card of, it's not like manipulation as in being manipulated. It's a card of like using the law of attraction to manipulate the energy. It kind of reminds me of like the Temperance card, which is your card. It's kind of like a card of working with the energy to change your circumstances. And I feel that for some of you, you at least need to try to do it. People always say to me, like, what if the law of attraction doesn't work and all this other stuff? I'm like, yeah, you know what, maybe it doesn't work, right? But it's free. Doesn't cost any money to try it, right? It's like, trust me, yes, there are plenty of people out there selling scam courses and stuff like that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that, for the most part, it doesn't cost any money for you to just choose to think positively. That's what changed my life. I say it all the time. Like, is it really the law of attraction? I'm not so sure, but you know, like, again, well, I mean, I think so. Yes, personally, I believe in the law of attraction, but you know, I think that just sometimes just choosing to choose the more positive thought is all that it takes. So, you know, and again, it's free. All you have to do is just choose a more positive thought than what you're thinking right now. It's just that simple. And I think that's what you could be doing here. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have this risk card. Every single person has had, like, all these decks all pretty much have a risk card in them, or have multiple. This one has a couple, actually. And pretty much everyone has had one of the risk cards. So there could be some risks that you could take at this time. But these, we're not talking about like crazy risks. We're talking about calculated risk. Again, it could be the risk of accepting a job where you're not really qualified. And I definitely feel that for you here. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading as well. It strikes me that I feel like some of you could literally be getting a job you're not qualified for, but not like, you know, not in a bad way. I mean, just maybe just don't know all the details, but you literally have the Hermit right next to it. And the Hermit is a card of learning, or learning as you go. So I feel like you will figure it out, Sagittarius. Next, in the area of what you don't see coming, you have this change in the wind card. So I do feel like there's some pretty big changes coming in for you here. For some of you, I feel you could be moving as well. It's definitely popping into my head that there could be a move coming in for you. It's kind of weird how it's popping into my head as well, that this move is going to be more important to you in the future. Those are the words that are popping into my head. There could be like some sort of, I'm not saying, like, it's not going to be a bad move right now. I think that there just could be some future benefit to making a move. You might not, but this might also not be a move. This might be a career change that you're making. So maybe you're still living where you have always lived, but, you know, it could be that type of move as well. It's some sort of change. But again, I feel like there are just very big future benefits to a change that you're making in your life. I don't know, I've never had a message like that before, where there's like so much of a focus on the future. It's kind of like saying to me, you might not see it now, but when you are going to be very happy that you made some sort of change in the future. So there you go. You have these Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. See, you've earned this, is what I'm getting here on this Hermit. The Hermit has gone through a dark night of the soul. So I feel like you've been through some challenges and difficulties, of course. And now he's standing at the top of the mountain, and he's kind of like shining his inner light. He has earned the right to stand there at the top of the mountain. So, you know, I feel like some of you have been through some very difficult times, and now you're kind of getting what you deserve, or you're earning something. The thing is that I feel like you have to go through the change. The Four of Pentacles kind of says you have to let go of the past. He's holding on too tightly to things that no longer serve him, but if he would just open up to the changes, he would find a lot of success. You know, it's kind of funny because it was one of the YouTubers out there did a video about AI, and it was Ali Abdul. Actually, it wasn't a video. He created a Twitter thread with AI, and everybody was freaking out because it like did better than any of the threads that he's ever done before. But and everybody's like, oh my God, the robots are gonna take our jobs. But it's like, really? Probably not. Really, if we work with the energy, it's like there are probably some great things we can do with it. So that's what I mean by like letting go of old beliefs and opening up to new beliefs. It's like, you know, when the car was invented, it's like, I think Mercedes-Benz had a famous ad that said, there will never be more than like 100 cars on the road or something like that. That was a lie, right? And so, you know, if we just open up to these new ideas, I'm not saying that they're all good or all bad, right? But there's probably like some middle ground where there could be some benefits, you know? Now, of course, you know, in Mark Zuckerberg's hands, you know, again, I don't think we should be giving that robot Zuckerberg anything, but, you know, that's just me. You have the Six of Wands card here. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you. I definitely feel, for those of you that are going to be getting a new position, that you are going to be celebrated in the future, probably for your accomplishments or the things that you're accomplishing. I also feel like a lot of you are just like accomplishing a lot right now. So I definitely feel that. Didn't I say something to you about like graduation or something like that? I always get that message for you. I don't even know if people graduate at this time of year. But if you're graduating from something, I feel there's going to be a lot of future success in something that you're graduating from. You could be getting like a certification or whatever as well. With the Six of Wands, you have the Achievements card. So I do feel like there's, literally the Achievements card on the card of Achievements. So clearly there are some pretty big achievements coming in for you here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have this Empathy card. You know, this is a card of having empathy, but I'm wondering if like something is guiding you away from something that you're holding on to. It could be a person. If you have a person in your life who's like encouraging you to move forward, I'm not even getting empathy here. Of course, they could have empathy for you, but I'm getting more like encouragement. It's almost like someone is kind of like saying, "Come on, come this way." So I don't know. If you have a person like that, I would listen to them. And with the Hermit, here you go. You have this Exaltation card. Exaltation, literally standing at the top, right? And so I feel like you are being blessed, and I definitely feel some kind of rewards on that Hermit card for the things that you've done or that you have been doing in your life. Really good. Love it, Sag. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Mechanic card. It says you can easily fix your finances with little friction. Love it. Remember, we were talking about with that Manipulation card, you know, maybe like the Power of Positive Thinking is a great book, right? I think you can listen to that book for free on YouTube, by the way, if you just search the Power of Positive Thinking with Norman Vincent Peale. So like doing that, I think, could help fix your finances. There are probably other things that you could be doing. It also says mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or any career in repair. So if you're getting into a career that has to do with repairing things, this could be good for you. It also says it's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. Yeah, no comparing yourself to people at this time. You know, I think that we're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but just intuitively, I feel like we're kind of leaving the whole like duality thing behind, right? And so it's not like we're necessarily becoming more individual. I think co-creation is going to be more important than ever. But at the same time, I feel like we're becoming more individual, where it's like your story is definitely not going to match someone else's story. So, you know, I think we need to realize that we all accomplish things differently, and that's perfectly okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. I do feel that there could be a person approaching you. Could be an earth sign. You have earth, water, fire. Could be any sign really coming in for you, but I feel like there could be a person who is coming towards you. The problem is you have that Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords, so I'm wondering if you were lied, cheated, stolen from, or just someone broke up with you in the recent past. So if you want love, I feel like you're obviously going to have to kind of like open up to new love with the Knight of Pentacles. That's going to be the most helpful thing for you. And I do feel like it could lead to a lot of, you know, love could lead to a lot of improvements. But again, with this Three of Swords, I feel like it's going to, and also the Seven of Swords, I feel like it's going to require you to kind of forgive the past. Those three swords are in your heart. They're not in someone else's heart. So the Three of Swords is about removing the swords from your own heart so that you can move forward. And I definitely feel some of you need to do that at this time. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, is a change in your fortunes. So I do feel that there is a change in your fortunes coming in. A lot of people have had the Wheel of Fortune, which is pretty interesting. I'm wondering if a lot of us could be becoming more fortunate. In a lot of ways, it's like a lot of people keep asking me about the recession and things like that in the comments. And it's like, yeah, I mean, we've probably been in a recession. I mean, obviously, right? Let's be honest, right? Are they going to tell us? Probably not. But everybody knows. And what I would say is it going to get any worse or better? I am not so sure. But what I would say is that I do feel like astrologically, it's just maybe a slightly better year for all of us. And so, you know, maybe our fortunes are changing, or I think that a lot of us could just feel better this year, just in general, compared to 2022. And that could be the thing that actually improves our situation in life. So I feel like there's a lot of improvement. There's a lot of opportunity to improve our situation. The other thing I like to remind people is that big problems attract big solutions. So it's like we might be entering into a rocky road or a rocky time, but number one, it's like our financial situation, our financial system probably needs a change anyway. So it's like, is it that big of a deal? Probably not. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have this Romance card. I would definitely be careful of a person coming back from the past. Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords in your future position. Like if you're thinking about taking back a past person, nope. I would say big fat no for me is what I would say, because I don't know, I feel like they just haven't changed. If you're meeting a new person, however, I definitely feel this could be a good person. Could be a Taurus as well. You have a bunch of Taurus cards here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have this inheritance card. Some of you literally could be receiving an inheritance, but I'm wondering if it's like a divine inheritance. You could be receiving kind of like your birthright, something that you were born to do, or you could be doing something that you've always been meant to do, but didn't know you were capable of doing, which this whole entire reading is kind of like realizing that you're capable of doing something amazing. With the Three of Swords, you have this resourcefulness card. I definitely feel we're in a time where we need to be as resourceful as possible. As I always say, like, do I think this recession is going to be as bad as some people are saying? Probably not. But again, that does not mean I would be out there spending money like crazy, right? Like I say to everyone, I would be very careful with my finances right now until, until things clear up. I'm choking. So I wouldn't be out there wasting money, buying things you don't need. I don't think we have to be paranoid, but I just think we should be, resourceful. If you can, buy something on sale, buy it on sale. But, do you have to be a couponing freak about it? Probably not, right? I would just kind of be resourceful. Next, for messages from your future self, you have this expectations card and this community card. I would be careful of expectations. Again, she looks kind of disappointed. And I always say, like, the fastest way to be disappointed is to have expectations for anything. But I definitely feel there could be help or assistance from family or community. Again, I feel like some of you, it's like your future self is saying you need to look at the expectations you've had for people in the past, because maybe that's what has led to disappointment. You have the King of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. I definitely feel like you've dealt with like a liar, cheater, stealer in the past. So again, I would let that go. But the Seven of Swords is actually a good card. It's a golden card, and golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. He's stealing these swords from this army that's in the background over here. So it's really a card of tactics. It's a card that says if you get into any situation at all, you have a lot of cards of alchemy here, or you have a lot of cards that kind of represent turning your situation around just in general. Again, this mechanic card says you can easily fix your finances with little friction, meaning you can easily fix situations. He is avoiding war by stealing those swords from the army in the background. It's like, what can you do to avoid financial disaster? What can you, I don't even think this has to be a financial disaster. What can you do? How can you deal with your finances in a different way so that you make more money? How can you, do things in work or business or get a job in a different way to make more money? That's what this is asking. It might require you to go on an adventure. I feel like your future self is encouraging you clearly to make some sort of change. That change in the wind card really is saying to me that some sort of change, I feel like it's going to benefit you right away, but it's just going to benefit you even more in the future. Because again, I keep getting this future thing. I don't know. It keeps popping into my head, so I'm just going to toss it out there, but I would definitely make the change. I feel like this King of Wands is you. I feel like you're showing up in a strong position here. Obviously, showing up as a King of Wands puts you in a position of power and strength in the future, as I've been saying. I also feel that, again, you have the King and Queen of Wands here, so there definitely is like a divine counterpart coming in for you. As with everyone else, I feel like this person is very different than what you're used to. Since 2022, I've been in even the 2022 readings, I was getting the Two of Cups a lot. You don't have the Two of Cups here, although this card here looks like the Two of Cups, and that romance card. And the Two of Cups, they're meant to look like two different people. These are meant to look like two different people. So I kind of felt in 2022 that all of us could be attracting someone who's different than what we usually go for, and that could be happening for you. With the King of Wands, you have this intuition card. Trust your intuition. I feel like you could be getting intuitive hits on the people that you meet, like right away. And I feel like this is saying, trust your intuition, plain and simple. With the Page of Wands, you have this organization card. I feel like you need to be organized at this time. I also feel that some of you, this card, I feel like you could be joining an organization. This could be like, I don't know, like a work organization or something like that. I don't know, it's popping into my head. That would be very beneficial for you as well. I feel like there's some sort of harvest coming in for you. With the Seven of Swords, you have this acquisition card. Sun in Taurus. Definitely could be a Taurus coming in for you, but this is my fancy couple card. These two look very fancy. So there definitely could be like true love or a very deep love connection coming in for you with this energy. I feel like it's something that will kind of like make you happy. So I feel there is like a very happy connection coming in if you want love. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. And we're going to see what comes up for you. I'm going to pull this card as well. Yeah, here you go. You have this success card. I knew I wanted to look at that. So there you go. You have this broken bridge though that says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I think there actually is going to be success in a problem. I also feel that, remember what I said, big problems attract big solutions, but we have to be solution focused to find the big solution in the first place. You have this axe card. It says forces working against you. I don't think anything is working against you. Again, as I've said to everyone else, like everyone else has had one of the gossip cards or something like that coming up. And I think it's just Mars retrograde. So I would avoid gossip, any of that stuff, plain and simple. You have this rose card. It says romance is in the air. There's clearly love coming in for you at this time, Sagittarius, for sure. You have this pail. It says time to get out of a situation. So again, I do feel there's a big change coming in for you. So I feel this is just saying you're leaving one thing behind and going towards another. You also have this dark woman card. It says dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And you also have these teardrops. It says great personal sorrow. Again, I would be careful of a person returning from the past. I feel like this person really misses you, but at the same time, I feel like they either lied, cheated, or stole very clearly. And I don't always say that with the Seven of Swords because obviously I don't think that's always true. But I do feel that. And I also feel like there's something much better coming in for you. So don't allow someone to play the, crying game, basically. Here you go. You have this apple card. It says temptation will test you. I don't know. I'd be careful of being tempted. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.